He could, y'all, this is so sneaky looking back. It's like sneaky teenager shit. Like, ugh. Yo, YouTube, what's good? It feels good to be back, you know.
Back in the game.
Back in this YouTube game, you know. What can I say? I think I do it pretty well. So if you've seen me before, hello again. If you're new here, I'm treyshenanigans. I do story times, I do vlogs, Q&As, all that kinds of stuff. It's not only me here on my channel, it's my aunts and the rest of my family. It's kind of what I'm about. Original, creative content. Period. Okay. We're gonna be getting into this story time. Okay, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna put the title. So I don't know what perspective, what end of this y'all are coming in expecting, but I'm gonna just start telling the story. So this story goes back to August of 2019, August of last year. This is the most recent story I'm telling out of all my story times so far. Some of you may remember these stories that I had posted with this dude. Never revealed any dudes that I posted. It was always something over it. So y'all don't know who, what the fuck, who, anything. But this boy from these particular stories, I don't know if y'all remember that. Some of y'all may remember that, like 2 of y'all may remember that. So I met this boy, let's see, I met him on an app. One of those apps, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. I was 18 at the time. I had just turned 18 that July. Now, my gay boys that are on those apps, I don't know how it is, if it's the same dynamic for straight people on these apps, but for my gay young boys, well, gay people all across the board. Most of the people up there just want to have sex. So it caught me by surprise when this boy, I still haven't named him. What name are we gonna give him? We'll name him Anthony. Just because I like Anthony from Queer Eye.
Anthony could swim in my bussy and I stand by that? What's a bussy? Like a man's butt? Swim?
I love butter.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like him. It caught me by surprise, Anthony, when on this app he didn't text me like wanting, like on that vibe, like he just wanted to have sex. He wanted to go on a date with me and like go out and like treat me and shit. Just meet up and do shit like besides meet up and fuck. Most gay guys on the app just want to do that. So it took me by surprise when he wasn't on that. So I was like, oh, this is different. And he was cute, so he got my interest. So we talked for like about maybe a week or 2 weeks on the app, and then we arranged to go see a movie and go out to eat. He was gonna pick me up and take me. We did not live far from each other. I didn't even mention all of this. We lived within 10 minutes of each other. At this time, this was when I was living with Aunt Tisha, the tip end of that. I lived with Aunt Tisha for 5 years. We were first living in Norfolk, and then the last year, in December of 2018, we moved to Chesapeake, and then a year later in August. This is August 2019, remember. So this is that house in Chesapeake. For those that know, Western Branch in Chesapeake. I didn't know anybody out there. All my people were still in Norfolk because I had spent all my time living with Aunt Tisha in Norfolk before we moved. And plus, the last year, I was driving, so I still went to the high school that I was going to in Norfolk. I never changed high schools. It was the last year and I was driving, so I just drove to school every day, 20 minutes. Even though you technically couldn't go to a Norfolk school and you lived in a different city. But I graduated now. So we lived really close by, and the movie theater and the restaurant we were going to, I think we went to Chili's, was also really close to us. It was in our area, like 5 minutes from my house. So we weren't going far, you know, first time meeting up, nothing like crazy. I got all dressed, put my, you know, cologne on, you know, make sure I was good, you know. It always gotta smell good. Period. Pulled up, he texted me like he was there, and I came out, and when I walked outside the door, he was parked up, and I just saw him standing like on the front of the car, but the headlights were on, so I couldn't see him. It was like the silhouette, and I could see that he had like flowers. It was something to say. I didn't know it was flowers, but I could tell by that shape of it must have been flowers. And I just like walked down and came and hugged him, and it felt like, you know, that feeling when you talk to somebody for like a few weeks on social media or whatever, and then the first time meeting that person that you met off social media, like that feeling is like, hey, like it's you, like in the flesh, like. So it was just like that feeling. And he gave me the flowers. That was nice. No boy ever did that from me, like. And opened my door, and it's a nice, well-mannered boy. He was stunting. He was trying to, you know, he was on his P's and Q's. So we went to Chili's. I'm a little shy at first, so it was like awkward at times. Like, it would be like pauses in between the conversation. But then after a while, it picked up and it was fine. By the time we got back in the car after we ate, there was a vibe. The vibe was had. The vibe was made, established. Earl, can you hear me? Can't hear me, Earl? Can you hear me now? No, I guess he can't hear me. So we left the restaurant. After that, we go to the movie theater. I can't remember what movie we watched. Is there a reason why I can't remember? Don't get it twisted, I'm not that girl. Not that girl. But I might have been a little distracted, you know what I'm saying? After the movie, we left. He took me back home. We like held hands in the car, and he kissed me goodbye at the end, just like a movie. I had a good night. I had fun. The vibe was there. We had some music, similar music taste. The vibe was just a vibe. It was such a refreshing vibe. Like I said, I never really had no like good ass experience with a dude like that. I never really had that. This was like the first time. Any other time, it was just always something wrong with it. This was the first time, it was just a vibe. Any other time, it was like too awkward, or just the vibe wasn't there, or whatever, it was something. After that, the next day after that, I think, or the 2 days after that, he was going on a cruise. He went on a cruise for 6 days. So we couldn't see each other for 6 days. Couldn't do nothing else. When he got back, we went to this park for my 7x7 heads. It was in Suffolk. I don't know what the name of the park is. I can't remember. But we went to this park. It's like within a neighborhood. We like weren't really supposed to be there, but it was for residents only. But we was there and walked in the park. You know, like this is stuff I like to do. You know, I mean, I like to like go out and do stuff as well. But some people like just don't do stuff like go on walks in the park, like little stuff like that too. You can do. I like to do stuff like that, and he likes to do stuff like that too. And we just walked and talked and learned about each other and talked about what we want to do and, you know, the coming years, and like told each other about each other's family. Like, I forgot how much of a vibe it really was, like, but we can get into why we ain't here today later. That's gonna be another story time. But he was really cool, and you know, walked, held hands. It was like a Disney movie. After that, we went to his house. His parents were not there. It was a situation where he didn't want me to meet his parents yet, but he also wanted to like just chill at the house because it was summer, y'all. It was hot. It was August. We couldn't do anything unless we were meeting up because I couldn't have. I guess I could. I could have asked Aunt Tisha to have him there during the day and we just stay in the living room. But I don't know why I was like afraid to ask. I don't know. But basically I was Xing out that option in my head. So that wasn't an option. And it was hot, so what we're gonna do, we can't be in the park all day. We can't be in the car all day. So, but we still want to chill. So he decided to go back to the house. His house. His parents were not there. So we just chilled. But nothing occurred. We just chilled in his bedroom. Oh my God. And, you know, cuddled and watched a movie. After that, I went home and we planned the next, I think the next day, or it might have been like a few days later. He worked at a place called Taste. They do like sandwiches and stuff like that. Salads. Like they have vegan stuff. This food is good. Taste. He works there, and he like told me to come and he was gonna make me something for free. He made me like, this sandwich and this soup and like put like messages on it for me. Like this was this type of a dude, okay? He did this type of stuff. And it was cute. I met his coworkers. They were all like smiling, like they knew who I was. And then after this, so it was the first date when we went to the movie and the restaurant, and then it was the park day / his bedroom, chilling in the room. And then it was I met him at his job. He made me the sandwich and met his coworkers, and he was talking to me at the store, at his job at the restaurant. And then we planned for this. This was one night. This was a spur of the moment. I don't know which day in the week it was. I think it was a weekday though. It was a late night. It was somewhere close to midnight. It was either like 11, maybe it was like 10 p.m. Me and Anthony had been texting that night. We had been texting like every day. So it was just, you know, we were texting, and then we came up with this idea for me to come over to his house 10 minutes away and just chill in the backyard. Now, the only thing is with this, his parents were home. They were asleep. His sister was there, and his sister had one of her friends there. His sister and the friend were cool, but it was just a matter of the parents both being there and sleep. We were just gonna be in the back on the trampoline, and he wanted to burn it down. If you know, you know. He wanted to burn it down, which this was gonna be my first time, but we'll get into that. So he comes up with this plan. He texts me that, and it's 10 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, you know, put on some sweatpants. It's actually where this picture came from. This is what I put on before I went over there, because we were just gonna go, you know, chill on the trampoline and burn down, you know. I had the waves at the time, had the do-rag. Yes. Yes, she did that the whole time. So then my next move, we established that we want to do that. Next, I had to ask Aunt Tisha. So yeah, I said ask, not necessarily ask. When I was 17, 16, yeah, it was ask. But 18, it was, you know, I gotta let her know. Because I don't know how y'all households was set up, but mine is gonna know what I'm doing. you know, if I'm leaving the house. If I'm already out and about and I'm 18, I'm already, you know, I have my own car. I'm out there doing my thing. As long as I come home before midnight, everything's cool. You know, I go to work and I'm doing my own thing out there. But if I'm leaving the house this late and I'm already in the house, I can't just walk out. I have to let her know where I'm going, you know. So I let her know what the plan was. She's looking at me and she's, you know, like,
that's cool, but if you're gonna stay past midnight, you need to stay where you staying.
if you staying past midnight, stay where you going at. Don't come back in here past 1, I think she said. I think she said it would usually be midnight, but because it was already 10 and we making these plans, she said if it's past 1,
you better be staying where you stay.
Period. That's just how her rules are, you know. So at the end of the day, I'm living there for free, so this is her house rules. I don't pay this mortgage, she pay that mortgage. And Uncle Mike, her and Uncle Mike, I don't know. I ain't on the mortgage, so I'm under them rules. I ain't putting nothing on the rent. She don't like nobody coming in her house past a certain time, period. That's just how it's set up. So I said, okay. So after that, I'm like, okay. I go back upstairs to my room, but then I think about it. If we're gonna be burning it down, this is my first time. I don't know how I would react to it. Like, I hadn't had that feeling before, so I didn't want to drive back home. Even though I lived right 10 minutes away. Now I'm on the other side. I have done it plenty of times. I would have been fine because I'm fine every time. But I didn't know that. I didn't know how I would react, so I didn't want to drive back home. So he made a plan that he could, y'all, this is so sneaky looking back. It's like sneaky teenager shit. Like, he made a plan that he would sneak me in after we, you know, done chilling on the trampoline and stay in his room for the night. So he said he would be able to sneak me into the room and we can go to sleep, and I would leave really, really early in the morning. Like 5, 6, 7 in the morning. So I'm like, are you sure? Like, I asked him, are you sure you want to do that? A million times. He's like, yeah, it's fine. I will be able to do that. Like, it's cool. So after that, I get dressed, take a shower, get dressed, spray my cologne. That's really good. Y'all, this is really good. I'm about to literally pause and do a bust down snack of the week. Bust down snack of the week. Impromptu because it's so good. Hello y'all. Bust down snack of the week. Some baby carrots. Cedars tzatziki dip. I already love tzatziki. I already love tzatziki dip, but this one is cucumber garlic. Okay, so that's the difference. It's not just the regular, it's the cucumber garlic. If you don't already know, I love garlic. There's no such thing as too much garlic. That just doesn't exist. I'm sorry. And I also love cucumber. And I also love tzatziki dip. Who doesn't love tzatziki dip? So, dip it in there. Very good. As my sister Tabitha Brown would say, heavy on the dip. Certified bust down. So I get to his place. He has like the side entrance to get into the backyard. He like texts me where to park and then tells me to meet him there. It's dark. I'm trying to see. I see him at the door. He's like, come on. He like hugs me, kissed me. We walk in, go to the trampoline, you know, trying to be quiet and shit. The sister comes out. The sister and her friend, I meet them, say hey. She's like, hey, she's chill, they chill. And she actually, I forgot to say this. This is why Anthony was so comfortable with me coming, because he said that his sister would watch out for the mom or the dad. I keep saying it's just the mom. She would watch out for the parents to see if they wake up. So yeah, she let me know that. She's like, yeah, I'll make sure you guys are good. I joked about something and we like laughed. She was cool. I like the sister. So we just vibed out, you know, on the trampoline, and then he pulls out, you know, the burn it down situation. So, you know, we burned it down. We did what it did. He kind of taught me how to do it, because like I said, it was my first time. There were 2 other times where I tried to, but I wasn't doing it right, so nothing really happened. So this was basically my first time. You know, he taught me, you know, inhale, and then I start feeling it, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually doing it right. Because like I said, the 2 other times I didn't do it right. I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling it. First time, y'all. Could you imagine? I'm here with this dude, Anthony, cute ass Anthony, sitting in my face. We vibe and we talking, we chilling, and all of a sudden, he just becomes more and more attractive. Like, I'm just like, this dude is really a vibe. And I just kept feeling that more and more as we burned it down more and more. So then we, you know, stopped, we good. So after a while, fast forward, after all the chilling, looking at the stars, holding hands, kissing on the trampoline, after a while, we can hear someone getting up in the room on the 2nd floor. Because the master bedroom, his parents' bedroom, the window was right there. From the trampoline, you could see the window on the 2nd floor. And so we look up and we can see a light turned on. I think a light turned on. And so we look at each other like, what the fuck? Like, your mom is up. And so he starts texting his sister, like, to, you know, and when he goes to text her, you can see she's already typing, like, the ... And you can, like, I felt his typing. You know when you're in the trampoline, and like, if you're just sitting on the trampoline, like, the next person's movement is kind of like, you can feel the trampoline kind of moving, the shaking. I felt like the shaking. I felt his like panicness. I felt his like panicness just sitting there together, close together on the trampoline, like, and I was panicking too, bitch. He was just typing all hard and fast, and I'm just sitting there like waiting to see what he's about to say, like what's about to happen, what we're about to do. And I'll leave it there because this is getting way too long. Y'all, I keep pausing. Y'all can't tell because it's all cut up, but I keep pausing and I keep eating. I'm hungry. And it's getting late. I gotta go out and do some orders. So it's gonna be a part 2 to this story time. Didn't I stop it right at the right spot? Because I know y'all like, damn. Alright, I'll see y'all in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe if you're... I'm talking with food in my mouth. That is so... Like, comment, subscribe if you're new here. I hope I gained a subscriber. Tell a cousin or 2. It is good for you, honey. Check out one of my latest videos. My camera's about to die. I will see y'all in the next one. Deuce.